few days ago. um, and the post I said something about, you know, I want to know that I did my part. So I think that, you know, I think that's what I want to my legacy to be, to know within myself that I tried to do what I could, as much as I could, to make a difference in the lives of, to make the difference in the lives of people, whether that be my friends, my family, my community, my neighborhood, my society, you know, folks that I don't know, can't touch, can't see, but that I did my part. I think one of the things that I try to live by, and I learned this when I was in the Portland Teachers Program, which is a program at Portland Community College, and folks that are going to school to be teachers from PCC or CSU and graduation. And the motto of that program is to listen, learn, and serve. And so I really try to live by that as much as I can and as often as I can. And so I think, you know, I think we're put on this earth to provide service to others. And I think if we're not doing that, then we're doing ourselves a disservice, and we're doing, you know, the world we live in a disservice. And so I think I want my legacy to be that, you know, I provided service to others because that's who, you know, who I am as a person and what matters to me. And so I want to, you know, leave this earth knowing that that I tried to do that in whatever ways that I could.
What was the hardest challenge you had to overcome?
Should I wait?
Wait. Now.
The hardest challenge I have had to overcome, it's funny because I think the hardest challenge I have had to overcome has been around my sexual orientation. So accepting who I am and all of who I am has been the hardest challenge I've had to overcome. And I think for a lot of folks, I think that that is real for folks in many different ways. So, you know, I think it is hard to, because of the societal norms that we live in, that that really work to push folks out and isolates folks. I think makes it hard for folks to come into their own and, you know, look in the mirror and say, you know, who I am is great and who I am is who I'm meant to be. And so I think whether you are, you know, dealing with, you know, you don't look like the Abercrombie person in the magazine or on the commercial, or you know, or whether, you know, you don't come from the two-parent household, or, you know, whether your sexual orientation is not a part of the heteronormative society that we live in, or, you know, whether your gender is always put out there to be like demonized and looked down on in many different ways. And I think that all those things, you know, play into us having a challenge around accepting who we are, and, you know, whether it's your race, or, you know, so many different things, whether it's your religion, you know. I mean, I think there is a, you know, there's this tiny box of what is okay, and, you know, that box looks very white, it looks very Christian, it looks very mom, dad, and 2.5 kids, you know. It looks very much like you must have these degrees, and looks very much like you must have this much money in the bank. in